How to differentiate if an air conditioner electronic board has PG or not when you need to replace it. Maintaining the originality of the equipment is always recommended, but in situations where it's not possible, we must resort to universal electronic boards. The abbreviation PG stands for pulse on gate, a term related to speed control through electronics. Electronic boards with PG control the fan speeds of the indoor unit using a device called a triac, responsible for reducing or increasing the fan motor speed by triggering its gate. This device allows for precise fan speed variation by controlling the voltage supply to the fan motor. In contrast, boards without PG use different relays to control fan speeds. Instead of electronics, they rely on physical connections and relays to change the fan speed by altering the power cables connected to the common pin of the fan motor coils. The key to knowing if your air conditioner needs a PG or non-PG board lies in the connection of the indoor unit's fan. If the fan power connection has 3 pins, you likely need a board with PG. These 3 pins are the common, start, and run, with thicker cables going into the motor. Additionally, if you observe the old electronic board, you shouldn't see 3 consecutive relays as used in non-PG boards. When the original board doesn't have PG, the motor power is supplied by a minimum of 5 wires, start, run, and 3 commons, 1 for each speed and relay. All these wires have the same thickness. Fans working with PG have a Hall effect sensor. The Hall sensor provides the universal board with the correct signal to indicate that the motor is running at the speed selected by the user. This sensor has 3 connection cables and is much thinner than the motor cables, as they are signal cables. If the Hall sensor is improperly connected, the board interprets the error and stops the unit. The Hall effect sensor has 3 connection pins. If the universal electronic board doesn't detect this sensor, and you want to emulate its presence, you can use a bridge or switch provided by the board. This bridge connects the signal and ground pins of the board to simulate the presence of the Hall effect sensor. This tricks the board into interpreting that it has the correct RPM and allows it to continue operating. So, a board with PG has 3 thick cables, and 3 thin ones for the Hall effect sensor, while a board without PG has a minimum of 5 equally thick cables, with or without a Hall effect sensor.